Welcome to another episode of Smart Remarks. I'm your host, Mark Impress Preston. Week 17 of the NFL season. There's no turning back now. For some teams, this is their last opportunity to get playoff positioning or even to make the playoffs. So this one is for all the marbles. Let's get this show kicked off. So for our Markman segment, we're going to look at Brett Favre's estranged children playing quarterback in the NFL in Tony Romo and Jay Cutler, both in big games that they must win. Now, we've seen this picture with Tony Romo before, end of the season, big games. Record doesn't look good for him. Not a big fan of his either, really. Jay Cutler, the Bears need help getting into the playoffs, but the Bears gave up a lot to get Jay Cutler, so we'll see what happens if the Bears take advantage of the help they possibly can get and get into the playoffs, and if they do get into the playoffs, see what kind of damage they can do. Okay, and now for our funky bunch for the last time this year. With the NFC at number 5, I have the Washington Redskins. They've been on a roll. RG3 is playing at an incredibly high level. Alfred Morris is running the football pretty tough. The defense is starting to come around with London Fletcher's leadership, so it'll be interesting to see how they do this week in the big game with the Cowboys. Number 4 got San Francisco. Still like them to come out the NFC for now. We'll see what happens with them. Number 3 got Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers is their quarterback. Best in the league. There's nothing more you can say about that. Number 2, the Seattle Seahawks are playing at an incredible level. Russell Wilson is doing even more as a quarterback to go along with that defense and running game they have. And Atlanta, of course, is at the number 1 spot, being the number 1 seed in the NFC, and has really played well over the past couple of weeks. And now for our funky bunch for the AFC at number 5, the Chuck Strong Indianapolis Colts. Andrew Luck took a 2-14 team, and now they're in the playoffs, in my Jim Moore voice. At number 4, the Houday Nation Cincinnati Bengals. They're on a roll. I don't know if Baltimore's going to play hard this upcoming week, but a team on that kind of hot streak is a dangerous team to face in the playoffs. Andy Dalton, AJ Green, Geno Atkins, those boys are going to be tough. Number 3, I have the New England Patriots. Tom Brady, always a tough out when it comes to postseason play in clutch situations and big time games. Number 2, the Houston Texans, JJ Watt, Arian Foster, Matt Schaub. It's going to get a chance in the next couple of weeks to show if he's really a big time quarterback. It's going to be an interesting team to look at when the playoffs start. Number 1, the Denver Broncos, continuing to win and win and win. It's been forever since they last lost, so we'll see how Peyton Manning holds up in a new city, new type of way that they have being coached under John Fox with the 3-4, and we'll see if the rest of Peyton's teammates can keep it up. See what happens when you go against my picks. My uncle, my family goes against me, and they look stupid. I went 14-2 last week. I have a 3-game lead in my Pigskin Pick'em League, and I won't disappoint this week. Going into the big 3 games this week with heavy playoff implications, Texans versus the Colts. The Texans need this to get a bye. So I have zero doubt they go in there and handle business. Now, Green Bay versus Minnesota. Green Bay needs the game so they can get a bye. Even though they're going to Minnesota, Adrian Peterson may get enough yards to have 2,000 yards total for the season, but I don't think the Vikings win this football game. And then the Dallas Cowboys go to the nation's capital to take on RG3 Sunday Night Football. The whole nation will be watching to see who will win the NFC East. Now, I got news for you. It's not going to be Dallas. It's going to be RG3 and the Redskins. We saw this in 08. Tony Romo went to Philadelphia, lost big. Saw this last year. Tony Romo goes to New York. It's like a bad movie, and this is going to be the trilogy. Dallas going to the nation's capital and getting their butts handed to them. Now for our question mark segment, we're going to get straight to the point. A lot of people have been wondering who should be the Rookie of the Year. It should be Alfred Morris. Well, no one really cares about that running back in Washington, although his name gets brought up. He's having a great year, actually. Andrew Luck, Russell Wilson, RG3. Don't know how I can make this any more clear, but RG3 has more than enough touchdown passes, passing yards, rushing yards, and turns the ball over the least, and he has the opportunity, and I believe he will, also win his division, turning that franchise completely around. I mean, the last black QB you saw in Washington was Doug Williams, and he won a Super Bowl. So, I believe RG3 is the offensive Rookie of the Year. Well, that about does it here on Smart Remarks this week. A lot of big games to watch in this last week of the regular season. A lot of fans are going to be offing themselves, knowing that your seasons are over. So with that said, we'll take a knee here. See you next week for the playoffs, baby.